any guy that I've been with, I've made more money than.
Okay.
And I say that to say, like,
What the fuck they got to do with being romantic?
Let me talk.
Spending money is equivalent to being romantic.
I mean, that's just...
Because niggas been doing that since 8,000 BC, and we've been called shitty niggas in the process of using our money for romantic.
Said BC.
You only use examples of using money to make a nigga happy,
like,
and when we as men used our money to make women happy, it's been an issue.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's how I express my love. Like, if I want to take you to a hotel room and spend money, and
no, you know what? Women are comfortable with getting money as happiness, where men usually use their thoughts and use other things to make you guys happy. We try to everything y'all it was materialistic. You get what I'm saying?
Hers was materialistic. She said massages.
Yeah, because she didn't want to spend any thought or opinions in it. She used some shit that she didn't have to because she wants something material. Usually that's what happens. I'm saying the woman that's giving you a massage and all that on your back, and it's nothing thoughtful about that. You get what I'm saying?
What?
Listen.
Nah, let him
Listen,
talk. Okay.
please let me talk. Listen.
Yeah, let him talk so we can jump on him. Go ahead. Please continue.
A massage is nothing. Listen.
He's
So if I got
speaking for himself right now. Let him talk. Wait. Let him finish.
Okay.
Wait, let him finish. Wait, let me get out.
Okay, so you think a massage is bringing me happiness? You know what I'm saying? There's other things that men go through.
When you work all day.
Wait. Let him finish. We gonna get to y'all. We ain't finished. Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Daily Wrap Up Crew. No booker, but I go by the name of Eli. Make sure y'all follow me on IG, the real Y Eli. Just made that. I'm still getting used to it, man. But we got Ace right now. I was gonna say last but not least, but my fault. I gotta say that.
Yes, indeed. I'm back in the ATL where they know me well. Know what I mean? I'm here with the fam, so I'm gonna act like I don't know what I'm doing, like Dove and Ham. You heard?
Okay, Lakers ball. Okay.
That's actually the truth.
That's a fact, man.
Yo, he wrote that as soon as they lost yesterday. Niggas say, yo, let me just write that down real quick.
Yeah,
Listen, man, last but not least, man, we got the one and only making his appearance
back in the
show.
No. Just a little stop. You know what I'm saying?
A little stop.
What it do? It's your boy Jew. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok too. I stopped at the ATL just to see you. You know what I mean? Follow us. You know what I mean?
I was kind of decent. Okay, he gotta get back into the group.
That's like
thing.
I got you, man.
Okay, I got it.
A little sub.
Anyway, we got some special guests. Let them know where they can follow you. We got a returning guest actually, like an ATL native. Like, you know, we got always bring you on the show.
Hey everybody, this is Tavia from the ATL. You can follow me on IG and Snapchat at It's Tastemith.
Hey y'all, this your girl CC Bay. You can follow me on Sierra Lewis Lux.
What up, y'all? It's your girl Lyrically Bella. You can follow me on Lyrically Bella, LYRIIQLYBELLA on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay, you lyrical?
Right.
Okay.
You know what Keem about to say right
Right.
What up, boss?
He coming for you.
We gonna talk about that after.
Right. Listen, before we get into these topics, make sure I hit that like button, subscribe if y'all not already subscribed. Join the membership. Yo, cop the merch, man. Dailyrapupcrew.co, man. Cop the merch.
We gonna
Of course.
logical feelings, Jared.
And make sure you listen to the podcast audio every Tuesday, 6 a.m. Listen to the podcast audio.
Nigga on big bro.
He is on big bro shit. Listen, let me get to this first topic, right? I know we was talking earlier, all right, about poly relationships. So do y'all think more people or more women should be open to the idea of poly relationships?
I could start. I definitely think more women should be open to it for the simple fact, just
I love her.
in the way that we're going right now. Guys are like always cheating. Women are always cheating.
Oh, okay.
So
Hold on, do
feel
let
like,
talk.
No, it's equal. Like both men and women do cheat, you know. But I feel like it adds spice to the bedroom. But it do need to be like an understanding. Like in that like you guys have to genuinely want to be in it, like want to love each other and like have fun and make
How
love
we gonna
out
do
of it.
that if y'all be lying? But it's all good.
But that's where communication comes in.
Right.
There you go. You trying
Women
to,
need
you trying to
that.
shut it
Okay.
down.
I'm
Like,
saying.
Hey, don't
Next-
don't interrupt her.
My apologies.
Word, go ahead.
My fault.
Go ahead, keep preaching.
yeah, but that's it though. Keep
Oh, that's it. Hey, I agree.
Okay, what's your thoughts?
I wouldn't necessarily say they have to be more open, but you just have to look at the reality of the situation. Like, especially in Atlanta, men are outnumbered by the women here. So the competition is fierce. So you got to be realistic. Like, it's going to be women throwing coochie at women, these men left and right. So when it does happen, I feel like the women need to like have a mentality like is kind of expected. So not necessarily that they should put up with it.
So you think it's like a Atlanta thing, or
It
it's like?
shouldn't be. No, it's definitely not an Atlanta thing.
Oh, okay.
No, not in.
I feel like most guys like the idea. Y'all don't?
Facts.
Y'all
Absolutely.
Y'all don't like the idea of having two women?
Yeah, I think
be
that's where
honest.
I think most men like the idea of two women because they think from a sexual aspect. Oh, I get to have
Absolutely.
sex with two women.
But
They're
it's
not
more to it
realizing
than
that they
sex.
gotta cater to their feelings. That's
Exactly.
two women
Two different
PMSing.
women.
Like you got to entertain two women,
Yes.
provide for two different women. I think most men think
Yo, when
sexually
they
only.
when they periods sync up, I mean, you only gotta deal with both of them for the week, and you good.
And not only that, like you have to keep it equal. What you do for one, you got
gotta do for the other, yeah.
It's gonna cause conflict.
Yeah, that's a
So
fact.
Are the men willing? Are they in a position where they can give both women the same thing?
Can we? I mean, we eliminating the part where the women accept the fact that they are making each other's happy and not that man happy at the same time as well. I mean, we could talk about how y'all like to fucking rub y'all clits together for 1,000 hours, but what about that man happiness?
$1,000 on live.
Right.
That shit for a nigga, like,
I'm just saying.
Men out of it.
Because I mean,
on some
even
boosie
when
shit?
you said it, you started saying women on women. You women love women. Women love men, but they love women
Girls
as
like
well.
girls,
You know what I'm saying?
motherfucker.
What about the men that just love women? What are we getting? You know what I'm saying?
Y'all getting what y'all want to get because y'all do what y'all want to do.
No.
anyway.
I want more than the pussy. I got that.
I mean, yeah, of
You got that. You clearly getting that.
But like, I honestly know and I feel like when y'all cheat, it's not always about the sex. Maybe
It's
y'all
not
get-
cheating if we
Maybe
together.
y'all getting attention from somewhere else. Like,
I shouldn't be worrying about getting attention somewhere else if you making me happy.
well, that's good to hear. Cause like, I mean, some guys do feel that way and some guys don't. Some guys rather just have more than one. Some guys actually do. So
I think women use that excuse so they don't have to accept the fact that what they're lacking in. They could talk about, oh, you going stepping out. What are you doing to keep that man happy? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we dive into the fact that I'm not condoning any cheating or any stepping out, but what are you doing that got that man stepping out of his, you know?
Why is it always something that a woman's doing? Why is it not something that a man, like that's something in him?
Everything is on the man. I got to protect, provide, do everything else for you. You got to tell me what you doing. I need to know what you doing. I know what the fuck I got to do. You telling me every fucking day. I don't get no
Who
breaks.
benefits in a poly relationship?
Huh?
Everybody's supposed
I
to
think the
benefit.
women even you have less of a load. You got somebody helping you. I don't got nobody helping me pay the bills. Ain't no other nigga there.
So
I'm in the poly
it's
relationship.
even playing street all the way around.
It's not even. If it's hard on me, I gotta please two women. I gotta pay for two women. Huh?
Do the women not have their job? Did they have to?
yeah,
pay?
I'm confused.
Okay, so we gotta answer the fact that women pay for anything that they want
Yes,
to do.
I mean, I'm gonna pay for stuff regardless. Like that's just me, period. Because I don't want nobody ever say like they did nothing for me, did none of that, none of that. That's not happening. Like if you want to look out, look out. But I'm still gonna make sure.
It's not looking out. We a team.
We are a team. But
Wait,
at
wait.
the end of
It's
the
not
day-
looking
I
out.
think-
we
They
doing,
both
we
have
handling
to-
I think we need to define what kind of relationships we talk about. So in a poly relationship that you're referring to, right? You mean where all three people is working and contributing to the household?
Yes, why not?
Okay.
It could be that way. And if it's another way too, then why not? Like I feel like it's open all around. Like I feel like men and women, like it's not about who's right, who's wrong. Like they both have their right and wrongs. Like I'm not against that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But at the end of the day, like we have to communicate, we have to come together, we have to have a conversation, and we have to make some shit shake. Like if it comes to the end of the day, like I have faults just like you have faults, just like women have faults and men do.
True.
Like
I
yours
think
is not
I'm
better
in
than mine,
love.
mine's not better than yours, yours not worse than mine, and same vice versa. You feel me? But like, why not get your own bag? Like, I like getting my own bag. I like being creative to get my own bag. I feel like most women are moving into that state where
Absolutely.
they're like, they're happy getting their own money. But who don't love having money come from somewhere else. Just like if a woman gift you stuff or
Yeah.
supported you,
Yeah.
like you
You
want
like
the same
that?
thing.
Right.
I feel like it should be open both ways. I don't feel like men should just be doing everything. And I say that like I'm a female of 5 brothers, so maybe I look at shit differently. I don't know.
Yeah,
That plays a factor.
that's definitely a factor.
Most women
And
are
I have
not
a
thinking
son,
like that.
So I don't know. So I definitely back my men up. Like, don't get it twisted. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But like, we just have to agree that we both have flaws. Like,
Yeah, I think that makes more. Those relationships is kind of making more sense in this generation because we just had a show, and every time we ask women, what percentage of women do you think are bisexual or gay, right? And it's always a high percentage. Even women will agree that. Yeah, I think 80 to 90% of women are bi, or they have an attraction for another woman, or they have a sexual thought about doing something to another woman. Like, you know what I mean? So if that's the case, you know what I mean? And then we already know that men are just, they want to be with multiple women. Like, you know what I mean? Rather, obviously, unfortunately, some men cheat. Some men just genuinely want to be with multiple women. They want to take care of multiple women. Like, you know what I mean? So I think everybody has that conversation that all parties is on the same page.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do feel like when men have this conversation, they only thinking about sex.
Yeah,
like, I promise
absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
Most men is only thinking about sex. They're not thinking about providing for 2 women.
Yep.
They're not thinking about the whole concept of catering to their emotions, being like, I don't think a lot of men are thinking like, they just think it's sexual. Like, that's what I'm just, in my
I don't know, in
experience.
different cultures, they probably view it differently though. Because you really have
gotta
cultures
talk
out
to the
there
mic.
where you really have cultures out there where like men do actually have multiple wives and like want to take care of their wives, and they have like they enjoy doing that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like I just feel like it just depends on like you, who you are, your culture, and like what you believe in. Like it's no right or wrong to this shit. Like it's no handbook to life. Like
So I'm clearly you would be in a polygamous, not polygamous, poly relationship.
Same.
I'm open to it. I'm not saying that's like my first choice, but I love women just as much as I love men. So it doesn't even for me. I'm just open to like whatever comes my way and whatever I'm comfortable with.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
And that's okay. That's you.
Yeah, that is me.
Why
Yeah.
not? What
I
if you're
think
not
because if I gotta compete with that woman, you know what I'm saying?
Which would be most
How are you
Because,
competing with a woman?
because women express their thoughts and opinions with emotion. And maybe she might understand you better than I am. And you might take that experience as a competing situation. I'm a man. I'm going to think like a man. And yeah, I want to make you happy, but I can't think like a woman. She could.
Yeah.
She got to up on me. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm trying to compete, but I don't know if you put us in that position where you're going to be choosing one, she clearly got the upper hand. A lot of men probably wouldn't even accept that. But I would say like, yo, she might get them, you know what I mean? She might get you different than I can.
Uh-oh.
She's speaking woman code.
Is he right? You really over there thinking like, I don't know, like what's up?
You ever left a man?
Damn.
You left a man for a
Is that
woman before?
Because at the end of the day,
Huh?
I
Is
feel
that
like-
insecurity?
It depends, cause the way she looking. At first, I was like, all right.
No, I'm saying what Drew said. Is that like insecurity?
At
with him
first,
saying,
I was
like,
thinking it might be an aspect of insecurity, but the way that her face was like, damn. It had me like, wait,
I
so
left a nigga for a woman.
where? So I was like,
I'm saying like,
cause
Is this how he felt?
the way I'm thinking is like, all right, and she's fulfilling those needs, maybe I could fill other needs for her. You know what I mean? So if I could do that,
As a man, I would never want to say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is what she's good at. I'm the nigga that paid the bills. Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that.
But you only been in monogamous relationships. You know what I mean? Polyamorous relationships is different. You know what I mean? It's different needs being fulfilled by different people. So if she's fulfilling these needs for her, that's less work on me.
I don't give a fuck what you is. You know, if you're a human, that whether we lie or not, you know, that part is very important. You get what I'm saying? It almost determines the respect level you would have for the other person.
That's
I don't know, I
good.
just gotta be real. Like, no matter what, a woman is still a woman and a man is still a man.
There we go.
I'm
Man.
gonna just leave it at that right
Yeah.
there.
There you
Like,
go.
A woman is still a woman,
I
a
would
man
hope
is still
so.
a man. So, like, okay, granted, like, you could fulfill a girl emotionally, but at the end of the day, like, when girls have sex, what are they using? Dildos.
In tongues.
Like-
Like,
And you know what they say?
So,
I don't bust. That's what they say.
okay, that went over my head. So.
I heard them say it before.
You
know what I'm saying?
real quiet right here. What you got to say? What you got to say?
Are
You
you
got.
Can
No,
you
I'm
get-
good.
can
Like
you get-
I can't get with
want your
nobody
man
touching
to
on my
yourself.
man. I can't get with nobody kissing on my man. I can't get with Nah, like I'm not. that
Everything
type
is
of
touch
chick, like-
on your man, right? But what about if they touching on you?
But see,
Damn.
the thing is about
Damn,
women-
it's
but
different.
No.
She said, I don't mind getting my pussy licked on.
No, she's saying
Okay,
she wants her man to
I
do
have right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if we're both like in this together and we both understand what each other need,
Yeah.
I don't need to step outside of that. I don't get the point in doing that. If we're both making sure we handling shit together, if we're both making sure that each other's straight,
Don't
what I
need
need a
for no
female for.
outside.
Right. Like what I need a female for.
But-
I am a female myself. I'm good. Like I'm in my skin, I'm in my body. I'm
You
good.
can't lick your own coochie. I'll tell you that.
But you like
I mean,
females.
I've had females do it. I'm not.
I'm just
I've
saying, but
been
you
there,
can't
done
do
that.
it. So you would
like,
need another person.
Yeah, and my man.
Alright.
Exactly.
Oh man, okay.
Thanks,
So who's better in your experience? Like,
Okay, so if we're gonna ask that question, okay, we're gonna be
A woman.
honest. A woman, yes, a woman, right?
What I told y'all
But
niggas, y'all niggas want to challenge?
But women also understand.
Who can eat better than a cat with a cat?
I
Talking about
I ain't challenging that.
meow.
I asked the question and I was gonna be honest, but yes,
I appreciate that
She's
honesty.
not saying she want to be with a woman.
right.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. How people fulfill different. Know what I mean, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask you a question real quick? If you could say a woman, you know women eat your shit better, right? Would you say that wouldn't be tempting for you to get your shit eaten if you know it's gonna be better from a woman? That's just how niggas feel when we get our dick sucked from a girl that's an eater. You get what I'm saying? We want a better eater.
Yeah, but you gotta realize y'all will only be getting that from a woman. Like y'all wouldn't
Yeah.
know it from any other state.
We cool with that.
So,
No deal. We cool with that.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I just
Want to double down on that? Where's the eaters?
it's a different.
Where is the
experience to
eater?
experience both.
not to cut you off, but I feel like you could teach somebody. Like if they're not
Facts.
very good,
Yeah,
you
facts.
can tell them
Facts.
what to do and they can get better.
But men don't want to hear that though.
No,
They don't want to hear that they're not good at it.
Women elaborate
Some
on
men,
that?
Some men.
I feel like so, yeah.
No. You gotta explain because a lot of women don't know if they're getting pleasured. So how are you expecting a man to understand you getting pleasured
I
if
feel
you don't
like-
know how to express that?
No, I feel like a lot of women, if a man's not hitting that spot, they won't even give him a chance to redeem himself. They on to the next. So
So how's that a man for? How we know? How we can fix it? I'm just trying to figure it out.
It's gonna pick it up regardless.
Oh, okay.
Would you like, yo,
So,
babe, like, shit, good,
If
like,
you telling me I'm doing it good and I'm doing it right, you making all these noises. Yeah. You get. I'm thinking I'm doing a good job. You ain't telling me I did it wrong. How would I know I need to fix it?
if you don't get no splashing waterfall, you do
So
a good
I
job.
think I did a good job, and I still need to find out how to fix
Well,
it.
she's lying at
Yeah.
that point.
You can
So is that my fault or hers?
No,
It's
I mean,
her
fault,
but she's not being honest.
So I should read her mind to figure this out.
No,
No.
I don't know,
definitely
that's
not.
what I'm saying.
No.
If she wants to be pleasured and get that, then she's got to be
She-
Yeah, a female is
communication.
gonna- right.
All right, we gonna play this back.
This thing got something against that shit. Like,
Yeah, for real.
listen, man.
Somebody told you wasn't good, you.
Oh,
I ain't the box eater 3000. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, work on,
goes your
you gotta work on your craft, my
Right
bud.
here. Ladies and gentlemen, there goes your answer.
I'm a dog. I ain't a cat.
Lauren, you ain't communicating.
telling
Listen, let me get to this next topic, right? It says, I seen this quote online, right? It says, prostitution is cool and trendy until it's directly called prostitution. What's your thoughts on that quote?
Absolutely. Like OnlyFans, that to me that's a form of prostitution. But females are not gonna call it that. They're gonna look at this is how I make money. But you're selling your body, so it's prostitution in a sense.
I think it's not, you don't even got to go that far to be like OnlyFans. We have a podcast. We hear women articulate themselves.
No, I was
Let them go first. Let them go first. Let them go
Yeah, I want to hear
Hours already in this.
Yeah,
movie.
no, keep going. I wanna
Nah,
No, I mean, like I said, it's, I feel like OnlyFans is a form of prostitution.
That's cool.
But women are not gonna call it that because it makes them look bad.
Agree. How you feel about that?
I still want to hear what.
No. We want to hear what y'all got to say first.
He was about to drop.
She was.
He was about to
Drop
drop.
gems.
He was about to drop some
You see
gems. So we just wanna.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Damn.
Nah, you said. Go ahead.
To OnlyFans, what you say? Y'all do a podcast? What?
We do a podcast and some people do OnlyFans. So how y'all feel
For
about
sure. How
that?
y'all feel about that? Like?
Listen, if you want to do OnlyFans, do OnlyFans, but you can't feel a way if someone like calls you out of your name. What if you expect you for like showing the world to their body, like showing the world your body? Like guys don't want that. Like it's value in yourself, just like you should have value in your man. So like I don't judge, but then don't get upset like when you get the consequences of it. Like it is what it is at the end of the day. Like
how you feel about that?
Okay, so to you.
No, you ain't go yet, guys.
Like that's what I'm saying.
I feel exactly the same way. I mean, everybody knows this. When you sell your body, you sell your body. It's you gonna post your vagina online, then that's what you're gonna do. And when people pay you, then what are you?
Okay.
Exactly.
So
I see y'all see, all right, now
P2P.
I think y'all think are too literal about like you went straight to OnlyFans. I don't think we got to go that deep with OnlyFans because, like I said, we have a podcast. Every show, women get on this show and articulate themselves like, well, if a man isn't paying my bills, giving me money, doing X, Y, and Z, they're not getting the pussy. That is prostitution. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And women articulate themselves very well when it comes to that aspect. So, of course, it sounds cool. Oh, he's giving me money. That's prostitution. Like, it's just a trendy way of saying, but then when you say, yo, you're a prostitute, we had a woman on this show that got mad because I said, yo, that's no different from being a prostitute.
Yeah.
She got mad at me for
But a
saying
lot of women are not gonna tell you that they're giving up the pussy. They're gonna make it seem like niggas
they
is giving
say,
them
why
the
should
money.
I give you the pussy if you're not paying for my bills? That's prostitution. That's an exchange, right? A monetary exchange for
It
sex.
is.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we ain't got to go that far with OnlyFans. The prostitution is way too trendy right now with everything. Like, you know what I mean? So,
You feel like females are basically making niggas pay for their time? Is that what you're getting?
no, they're pussy. Not just the time. It's just their pussy.
pussy.
Nah,
They
a lot
body.
of niggas ain't even getting the pussy. They paying for the time.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, cause what?
And it's simp ass
Right.
niggas. Simp ass niggas is paying just to have the conversation.
We had a show recently when a shorty was comparing nudes to me paying her parking ticket. What that sound like? I mean, like that's the same
That's
shit.
an equivalent. Well, it's not equivalent.
Well,
But that's
that-
an exchange.
You
Like, you know
I
what I'm saying?
was
Like,
like,
an exchange.
it's a
at the
sexual
end of the day.
favor. Like,
for monetary gain. You know what I mean? So
and that's the definition
of
of it.
prostitution,
So at the end
exactly.
of the day, whether they want to admit it or not, like when we go to the definition and you keep stating the definition, like
Exactly.
that's what it is. Like,
Exactly.
you're exchanging for something.
Yeah.
There's no debate about that.
there's no debate about that.
I mean, but
Shout out
if
to
you
y'all
look
for-
at it like, all y'all done paid for some pussy before.
For sure.
Figure out
Facts.
a day.
For sure.
Y'all didn't look at it as prostitution, but y'all definitely paid for
This is I've been saying this for years now. Like, yo, if you taking the shorty out and your only goal is to get the pussy, you paying for the pussy. Like basically, I mean,
you contributed to prostitution.
The only goal, yes, but if that's just the Boston, that's not paying pussy.
no. If you generally want to get to know her, then I don't think
but
it's
look, just as much as you made us accept the fact that we paid for pussy, are women accepting the fact that they sold their pussy?
No, they're gonna dance. They're gonna change the narrative. They're never
I'm
gonna
saying, so
admit
why
that what
do
they
we
did
have to
was so
accept that
Facts.
we paid for the pooms and they sold the pooms? Why is that part not being accepted? Why are women not calling women out and say, hey, yo, shorty, you sold your pussy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why do we... Niggas, you out here buying
buying
pussy.
pussy, yeah.
We gotta hear that.
She sold it. Hey,
I, sir.
Yeah.
You know why? You know
what
why?
I'm saying?
Because men go home men accountable.
yeah, women not.
Women on the other hand,
I just want to point
And
that
even
out.
if you try to hold a woman accountable, her pride is not gonna let her admit that that's what she did.
No, good, bro.
That is fair. Like,
That's
that's fair.
fair.
She gonna
Yeah,
jinx
no,
that shit
no,
up.
like, everything that
I
you
knew my
did,
worth. I was
absolutely.
just getting my worth. Like, you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
facts.
What? $8.99?
hey man,
The fuck?
like, that
Come on.
shit of fucking free Uber Eats. Cash, like,
Yo, mute my mic, man. I'm done.
listen, that was actually I thought I was gonna get more pushback on that. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah,
I didn't-
we in the ATL, man.
Right. We know what it
We
is.
used to New York women to try to stay
Yeah.
like, let me get to this next topic.
Should
Right?
have saved that one.
Yo, listen, hit that like button. If y'all already didn't hit the like button, subscribe. If y'all didn't subscribe, join the membership.
Get that
and-
merch.
and cop the merch, man. No, you ain't, I don't know what you got on, but yeah, cop the merch. Like,
Definitely got the merch on.
listen, who is supposed to teach someone romance? I think sometimes the only reason I think we came up with this topic is because we often look at men and be like, oh, y'all not romantic enough. Like, who is supposed to teach men romance? And then on the other end, are women learning the same romance from men, or is it just like romance is only looked through as one aspect? Like, men have to be romantic to women, and women are not supposed to be romantic to men.
No, it's definitely a two-way street because y'all both have different needs. So you have to communicate your needs to one another. So it's not on the man, it's on both of you guys to talk about what you need to get fulfilled in a relationship. It's not on one person, it's on both of y'all.
But what do you learn that from? Where did you learn that from?
Where did I learn what?
Romance. How to be romantic in a relationship.
I think it starts in the home. You see how your parents interact with each other, and then like TV shows, Martin and stuff. Like it's just something.
A lot of these homes ain't got two people in it.
Correct.
So
Correct.
you can't learn it if it ain't.
Yeah.
That's why she said TV shows. That's honestly where I learned romance.
What's the most romantic thing you ever done?
The most romantic thing I ever done. I paid for a dude to go on a cruise.
That's romantic. Did you go with him?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
That'd be that's simple enough at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure
okay.
did.
What about you? You over here thinking hard, like.
Get hard.
Like, I ain't never had to be romantic. Like,
I have, but like it's never been that
Have you?
that far. You feel me? Like I'm more like with sentimental stuff. Like
Okay, that's cool too.
like
What's
I'm
up?
like, doing candles, massage. Okay. Like I'm one of them type of females. Like I don't go on trips a lot. I don't do all of that a lot. But when it comes to my men, like, I'll go buy you stuff. We'll go have a nice day. Like I like stuff like that. Sitting with my man on the massage, some like stuff like that. I'm really good at that.
That's cool. That's cool. All right. You know me coming to you. What's up?
she's still thinking.
All right.
I did romantic shit for women.
She looks
right?
very romantic for real.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like any guy that I've been with, I've made more money than.
Okay.
And I say that to say like.
What the
I
fuck
like
they got to
them.
do with
No,
being
let me
romantic?
talk, bro. Let me talk. Like I say
talk,
that
bro.
I say that to say like I like going out. I like having a good time. So I always indulge my partner in that. You feel me? So I take my partner out to eat. I'll pay for dinner. I'll take my partner out to go have a good time. I'll pay for that. Like at the end of the day, like when you get into a relationship, like you guys are partners. So it's like, I don't mind doing that. Especially if a man is like working on himself.
Right.
So I feel like I'm romantic all the time. Like whether it's in the bedroom, whether I'm like, yo, it's Saturday night, like let's go out, like let's go make a move, like, you know what I'm saying, or let's go to the mall, like let's.
So
go buy
spending
something,
money is
like-
equivalent to being romantic.
I mean, that's just.
Because niggas been doing that since 80,
No, I'm not saying
8,000
that.
BC,
Right.
and we've been called shitty niggas in the process of using our money for romantic.
Value on
BC
being
Christ,
romantic.
like,
100%, but
said
like-
BC.
You only use examples of using money to make a
True.
nigga happy.
But
And when
like-
we as men used our money to make women happy, it's been an issue.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's how I express my love. Like, if I want to take you to a hotel room and spend money and...
No, you know what? Women
That's
are
right.
comfortable with getting money as happiness, where men usually use
It's
their thoughts
equal.
and use other things to make you
Yeah.
guys happy. We try to everything it was materialistic. You get what I'm saying?
She hers was limited. She said massages.
Yeah, because she didn't want to spend any thought or opinions in it. She used some shit that she didn't have to because she wants something material. Usually
Wait,
that's
what?
what happens.
Excuse me?
I'm saying the woman that's giving you a massage and all that on your back, and it's nothing thoughtful about that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
You taking
Listen, listen,
No, let him
listen.
talk. Okay.
Please let me talk.
Jump on him.
Listen,
Yeah, let him talk so we can jump on him. Go ahead. Please
a
continue.
massage is nothing. That's
Is that how y'all
listen,
feel?
listen.
It's not that. He's
So if I got on
he's
my
speaking
video-
for himself right now.
Let him talk. Wait. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Okay,
I never heard no shit like
Wait, let him
that.
finish. Wait, let me get out. Let me get out.
okay. So you think a massage is bringing me happiness? You know what I'm saying? There's other things that men go through.
When you work all your
Wait. Let him finish. We gonna get to y'all. We ain't finished. Go ahead, Drew.
I'm a man
Uh-huh.
that put my life on the line every time. I could cook, I could clean, I could rub your back. You know what I'm saying? There's other things that a man needs other than just a back massage. You get what I'm saying? And I appreciate it when it happens. I'm not saying that part. But to think that a back massage is what it is, or you taking me out and you finally paying for the bill that I've been paying for
don't
1,000
say
years. You know, no. I don't know what the niggas you talking to is like.
That's a
But you
show
get what I'm saying? For a nigga that
Wow.
understands and takes care of his family, I need more than the back rub. Oh, that's sassy. A nigga asking for more than the back rub.
Just as usual.
That's sassy. A nigga's gotta go. He's not happy with just paying the bills or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying there's other things. You guys gotta find out what makes that man happy.
Like what? Can you say like what? What else?
Like a conversation.
Yes, of course.
What?
A conversation is
Sure,
more
bro.
feeling
No,
than
there's different things that makes a man happy. I'm just saying you have to have
oh,
a
you have
conversation
to have.
start
Okay, I got
to find out what makes that man particularly happy.
Okay, so
What
You
makes you
can't-
happy, Drew?
Right, that's what I'm about to ask.
What would
Are these
make you
things still
happy?
rocket
If not a
science?
bad
What I'm
rub?
saying
Because
is,
when we're going out,
They
we're
about to get
talking, we're connecting, we're communicating. Sometimes it takes relationship building happens outside of your house, outside of a space.
That's
Sometimes
true.
You do need to go out, yes,
and you,
need to have fun,
but you only
need to talk.
volunteered paying for something. You
No,
said
but
you
I'm saying-
what you got to mention was I make more than him, so I paid for him so he can be quiet.
Okay, no, that's not how I'm looking at it. Like I said, like I like to have
If you
good
pronounce
time.
it that way, that's how that man heard it the same way you said it.
No, because at the end of the day, I don't hold anything over nobody's head. Like I
So
said,
why
I
mention
like to go
how you
out
make more than him?
Because that's to say that it doesn't matter.
Talk it to the
me
mic.
what a
Talk it to
man
the mic.
makes.
Talk it to the mic.
It doesn't matter to
So
me.
why bring it up?
We were talking. Are we not having?
We didn't bring it nothing. We brought up
But-
about making a man happy or making a woman happy or
Okay.
making a partner happy. You brought up finances.
Okay, so what? Same thing. If you're with a female, you're gonna have to have your finances straight to take care of that woman. It doesn't matter the same way.
I'm not bringing up my finances to say I'm making her happy unless a woman is looking to get paid.
Okay, well, your woman is not happy sitting in the house and you're broke and you're not doing anything about it.
Never broke.
Okay, but at the end of the day,
If you
still-
living off of Instagram life or social media life, you looking for what they getting and then comparing your life. You could be getting your bills paid, but I don't got Gucci. I don't got this. That's the wrong shit to look at. We not looking at are you happy? Or are you comparing your life to fucking Beyonce where it's never going to be compared to?
I think what Drew is saying is, for example, right? Anything that I've done romantically for a woman, the first thing I'm not going to say is, damn, you know what? Because I made more money than this woman, I just did it like because I understand that she enjoyed that experience.
Right.
I understand that, you know, she might have thought that was romantic in that time. I understand what Drew is saying, but I understand where you're kind of coming from. I just want how you led with the I make more
coulda
money.
left that out
You could
and-
have left that
Yeah.
out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
like I said, I had to say, like, I know a lot of women look at men for a money standard.
Yeah,
right.
So I did that to make a point to really say, yo, like, I'm not looking at what a man had because, like,
Because
I
you
said,
got it.
I like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
I
And
got
that's
you.
just the point about it.
But it made it seem like because you make more than him, you feel like you need to do that. But women that don't make more than a man, they need to understand that they should be doing that for their man too. You see what I'm saying? So because you made it seem like just because the only reason you're doing that is because you make more than your man.
What, taking him out because I make more?
Because you make more. Yeah, that's how you made it seem. You said
I did say that I like to go out. I like to do things. You
Right.
What I'm saying? So
but you led with any relationship I've been with, I make more than him.
Yeah.
So it made it seem like because you make more than him, you gonna pay for that nigga. But the women that don't make more than him, they need to understand too. Like every once in a while, they should take their man out too.
Which they
And they will
should,
and-
which is why my point is still valid because you feel me. At the end of the day, like it doesn't matter like how much you make or whatever the case is.
Which is why you could have left it out. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. Like you know what I mean.
It's just totally different.
I think we do gotta have these conversations because, like Drew said, what is romantic to you might not be romantic to
Exactly.
them.
Right.
And I
Exactly.
think
Facts.
sometimes, especially when it comes to the love language conversation,
language, right,
I think
uh-huh.
women like to the love
Love-
language that they like. They try to portray that onto a man.
Exactly.
I like words of
point.
affirmation, or I like gifts, so I'm gonna do it to him,
Yeah.
and that might not be his love
Yeah.
language.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Which is the communication part he was trying to preach to you, which you got to find out what your man likes. So he might not like massages. You know what I mean, he might not like going out.
Right.
But that
Oh.
might,
and that's dependent on the person.
Right.
that might be a hard conversation because men are usually not in positions where we're asked like what we
we
makes
like,
us happy
yeah.
or what is romantic to us. We just
So when you're asked, you're like,
yeah, we like what the fuck. We're just so programmed on making a woman happy, doing this for the woman, making sure because they say happy wife, happy life. So
Right.
if I do everything to
On
make this
point.
woman happy, then that should make me happy. And
That's
sometimes
not true.
that's not always true. Like, you know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So we just gotta have the conversations or whatever they.
It's just communication at the end of the day.
Appreciate, like when your women do things for you, because guys say it all the time. Like
We
I'm
do
supposed to this,
we
supposed to
do
do this,
appreciate it,
that.
but if you throwing that in first, like, yeah, babe, I mean, I make more than you, so let's go out. I mean, no, it takes away from it. It takes away from it, but it might be an attitude
You may
with
not-
it because you do. You know what I'm
You may
saying?
not say that, but you may be displaying that.
And
Yeah.
I want to ask her, like you say, every relationship you've been in, you've always been the breadwinner.
Yeah.
honestly, does that make you look at the man kind of different?
Is that on purpose?
Not really. I don't know if I just have this like save. I don't know if I have like a
Captain
save
Saberho?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that.
That's already a red flag.
I mean, I don't know if I have that.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just more so like I really be chilling. The guys that do actually have money, that do try to talk, it's like they feel like because they got money, they could like do whatever. Say whatever.
Women that feel superior to men won't want to give that man the opportunity. They rather date niggas that they better than so they can talk shit to them.
I don't agree with that. I'm not saying don't
To
have
Jude's
it.
point, we had a woman on. I'm not saying this is all women, but we had a woman on the show who said the exact same thing. And then when we broke it down, she was like, "You know what? You're right. I did date men with that was on a
Lower level
because she felt like she had that leverage over me, and she didn't realize that." That's what she was doing, and she was like, "You know what? You're right. Like I was using that subconsciously to hold that over his head. Like you know
I
what I mean?"
like that shit though.
Yeah.
As much as I can do it, I don't. It's not like I enjoy it 100%.
That's why mentally
At the
it
end
stops
of
you
the
from
day,
dating a dude that might challenge you a little bit.
Probably, I could definitely agree with that.
I hate that challenge word.
Like
Like,
just because like I don't want to deal with the bullshit. You feel me? So it's like I don't know. I mean, like, but at the end of the day, like, I love who loves me. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Like, it just so happened that, like, I don't just know if it's, like, my environment or what it is. It's just that I just
You got to talk to your mic, though.
Well, we need to fix this mic a little bit.
Yeah, we might have to push your mic on the other side. Like,
I like to make eye contact.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You feel me? So I don't know if it's, like, my environment. And then maybe,
Oh, this
like,
nigga a gentleman.
put this over here, because you're over here.
yeah,
talking.
right? You know, so, like, I don't know if it's, like, my environment, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't know. Like, I do value money. I do. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like without money,
You and
we
every
can't
other
survive.
woman.
We can't eat. We
Right.
can't have fun. We can't do all the great things that we can do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I grew up like that too. Like, my dad, like, he made money and, like, I guess his way of showing us love was, like, taking us out, doing things. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it did make me feel good, but I still knew that I still had to, like, find love. But I found it in just the men that I was dating. I don't have bad relationships. I don't. Like, if I don't want to be with you, then we just not communicating. Something's wrong. You know what I mean? But, like, I don't have guys that, like, say they hate me. Like, I can meet you. I can see you tomorrow and be like, yo, what up? Like, what's good? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, for me, I don't know. Like I said, I do value money. I feel like it's shit. That's why we do what we do every day. You feel me? But
Do you
I don't know.
attract
It
men
helps
who
me.
use you?
no, I feel like I used to think about that, but it's not like that because it's still always like love. Like, don't ask me for nothing. I'll be more of a giver before they're like, yo, I cannot like get something out.
I do believe
You know what I'm
that fathers applies that pressure on men that's not even reasonable. You know what I mean? Your father's always gonna go, he's willing to die for you. I just met you. I'm not willing to die for you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I gotta fall in love with you to die for you.
get to
Your
that
father's
point.
already willing to die for you day one. So that expectation that you put on a man isn't fair. So I'm always trying to win you over from a man that already won you over. So I'm already in a state where I can't win. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm never going to be better than a man that taught you that a man got to give you more than him, and he's willing to die from you day one.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? So,
and do it without no expectations. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
you know what I'm saying? So with you, it's just not fair for guys sometimes.
I didn't look at it like
I
that.
agree.
That's a-
I agree.
That's a gem right there. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, yeah.
Facts.
Have you been to therapy though?
Oh, you think I need therapy?
We all do. Shit, I need it.
I think everybody need therapy though.
I know, but you brought it up, so it's something that I said that made you feel like.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. What your parents teach you is not the end all be all. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
They teach you from their perspective.
it's from their perspective.
Yeah.
So I mean, therapy sometimes kind of gives you a retrospective perspective. You know what I mean?
I feel like the good thing about myself is that I'm very self-aware. You feel what I'm saying? I could like take feedback. So like,
Right.
I have a son now, so I know like I could take all the stuff that didn't work for me growing up, and I could install that into him. So like, I communicate with my son. Like, I talk to my son. Like, I love my son, but I still take my son out.
Right.
I still make sure he looks good, he feels good. You know what I mean? And like everything around him is good. Like his family is good. Like
Facts.
so, but I still won't ever take away the fact that, and we can't sit here and lie that money still holds a huge value in how we like live our lives.
For sure.
No, I agree.
If you're not making no money as a man, you cannot support your family.
Right.
You're gonna be a bitter ass man.
Yeah.
You're gonna come home and your wife is gonna fucking hate you because you're gonna be mad at yourself.
Yeah.
That you can't provide for your
Yeah.
family.
I think we put that pressure on men, but people always say when men don't have money, they be miserable. When nobody has, even women, when they don't have, they be miserable.
Oh,
too.
heck
Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's not like
yes.
it's
So,
just men.
what would you teach your son to keep his wife happy?
I feel like communication is a big thing. Like just finding out what your partner like. But I can just be like, I will always take my examples, like, and just be honest. Like, you know, we like exploring new things. We like seeing new things. We like learning new things. Like, you know, we love love. Like, we love communication.
We love being
like,
heard.
We love being heard. You know what I'm saying? But that's everyone. Like,
All
I
right.
would just
Hypothetically speaking, if you had a daughter, what would you teach her to keep her husband happy?
the same thing. Like it's half and half. Like I don't know. You guys been in debates with some women that it's always an argument. Like for me, like I said, I have brothers, so I look at shit differently. You feel what I'm saying? Like the same way you need to teach your woman to respect the man, love a man. You still need to teach your man the same thing to respect and love a woman, to communicate with her. Like we're not mind readers. You're not a mind reader. I'm not a mind reader. C is not a mind reader. Tay's not a mind reader. Like we're not mind readers. Like unless we're like realistic with ourselves and we're really like opening and being aware to what the fuck is going on, we're gonna always be in issues. Like that's just the facts about it.
Feel you.
I love when women have like sons because I think they get to like think about women in a different aspect. You get what I'm saying? Because
Oh,
they grow up with
definitely.
this mentality. Oh man, women are just perfect. They don't do nothing wrong. And then when they have sons and they see the behavior that certain women be exhibiting,
Oh, I would
then it's
teach
like,
my son
you know,
again.
nah, I don't want my son around those type of women, or
Facts.
you know, those women,
Facts.
and they ain't no good for my son. Or even I know you will have a child, but even when we have these conversations about single mothers, I know single mothers is always a big debate online. When we ask women with sons, would they want their sons dating a single mother? They be like, when they really think about it, they be like, I would rather him start with a woman who doesn't have a child. But when we have these conversations, we shaming men. Like, why you don't want to be with a single mother? You won't want your son to be with a single mother. So why are you shaming other men? Like, you know what I mean?
That's
So,
facts.
and I'm talking about men that don't have kids. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just talking about niggas that, 'cause that's outrageous. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I have a brother who wanted to be a stepdad to a girl. Basically, the girl was pregnant, and he wanted to be stepdad. Like
Because the biological dad wasn't in the picture.
Yeah, but I also know another man who also did that. Not a lot of guys do stuff like that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But if it was my son, would I advise him? And then was it my brother? Did I advise him? Like, bro, I think you should just leave that alone.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, his heart was like, you know what? This kid don't got a father.
Yeah.
Like I want to be there. Like this kid not born. Like I want to be there. Like did I agree with
dangerous,
it?
like-
Hell no.
Yeah.
That's
You feel what I'm
dangerous,
saying?
yeah.
But like that's dangerous business.
Yeah.
Then I also know a
Nasty
situation where
work.
the guy actually like took care of the child and the mother just left with the child. Like now that man is hurt. Like
Yeah.
he done raised the kid, like saw you have
You got no rights to
you
that.
wanted to be dad, like look forward to being dad, and you just like left.
Yeah, you got.
and even with your brother, like if he is involved enough in his life, he could be held liable for child support for that child, even though that's not his. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah.
the court to look at it like you was in this child's life
Yeah.
for a significant
You're
amount of
all he
time.
knows.
You are liable for this child
Right.
now. You know what I mean?
Really, all of that can happen, but at the end of the day, that's their decision. I still gotta love and respect it. Like, period.
Listen, let me get to this next topic, right? Because there's a big thing about, you know, living within your means and living beyond your means, right? And a lot of times when I look at the Black community as a whole, we tend to live beyond our
Beyond
means.
it,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
More times out of 10. So what's your thoughts on the whole living within your means and living beyond your means? What's your thoughts with that? Especially with today's economy, you know what I mean?
I feel like in today's economy, it's kind of hard to live beyond your means because you're basically spending all your money on necessities, your rent, your food. Like it's hard to go
Trying
out
to
and get
live,
Jordans
or-
and stuff
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You need both incomes now. One income is not gonna cut it in this economy. It's just not. So you just got to be very conscientious about living within your means. It's very attainable. If there's two people, I feel like it is kind of hard when it's just one, but when it's two, I feel like it's attainable. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking.
Yeah. I was thinking too hard. Y'all can run the question back by me.
All right, so let's get to Jew and then Ace real quick, and then maybe I got have something to say.
I think a lot of people live outside of their means. I mean, it's almost a natural standard. You get what I'm saying? We all feel like and people probably will not want to admit this, but we compete amongst each other.
That's a fact.
We don't want to look poor next to our neighbor. You get what I'm saying? And when you look at it realistically, we all don't have enough. You know what I'm saying? Even if I make over 100K a year, that's not
That is
enough
not
to
enough.
sustain
Not
a
enough.
house and everything like that. Realistically, you get what I'm saying? Like, and shit, I'm on a budget. I got kids. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm more of on the frugal side.
Yeah.
And people might shame me. You know, I'm happy that my partner understands that, hey, every day ain't gonna be about you with this, whatever. You ain't never getting Birkin, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, that's equivalent.
Never say never.
Right.
Right.
That
No,
money
listen.
is right. That breaking
I would
come
never.
through.
I could be a trillionaire. I could.
And you would never buy her
And
a
I would never buy a Birkin. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just not the
What if
man
you
I
knew
am.
that's what she
No,
really
listen.
wanted?
Unless she's trying to flip it, then we ain't gonna tip it. You get what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
I don't believe you.
Listen,
Go ahead.
But you need a
listen.
burger.
Money ain't the be all of everything I live for. You get what I'm saying? I understand that you need it to rotate among the atmosphere and the world and stuff like that. I gotta pay bills and stuff like that. But that's not what makes me happy. And
They
if
got
that would,
kids. You think he about to
Yeah.
spend
Exactly.
So you all about making more money.
I'm all
not
about making
wasting.
more money, and I'm all about making my kids' life easier,
Word.
and hoping in success that they see me and want to make their children's life easier. I had a hard life, so the dollar doesn't value. It's not as much as value to me as it is to a next
Yeah.
person.
You're saying that if you had the money still, you still wouldn't buy the Birkin.
Why would I?
But what if that's something that your wife really wanted as a gift?
What is it?
And I'm gonna iterate to my wife that she don't need a Birkin. It doesn't
But who
determine
you
her
tell
life.
What she needs, but it's a
I am. Me as her partner, I do determine what she
A-
what
you got
what
a
brings her
problem
happiness.
with that,
And
my boy?
listen, and what she determines brings me happiness.
A
That's
Birkin,
what communication.
a Birkin would never be a need though.
Yeah.
It'd be a
not a
want
need.
for sure.
But
Yeah.
it's still a gift, though. You feel what I'm saying? If someone, if you have,
If
I'm
my
saying, if
she
you
wouldn't
have
be
it-
my wife if a Birkin made her happy in our
I'm not
relationship.
saying happy, but I'm saying if you had it and it was a gift that she wanted,
I wouldn't
like,
spend my money on a Birkin. And if she left me, I'm happy.
So you don't have no like
I mean,
desires or something that's like equivalent to a Birkin. That you know what I'm saying? That if you're one,
If it's a financial,
Not, not that nigga.
If you can't afford
Jordan?
Not
listen,
that nigga.
I mean, I know they
Jordan's not. I have
Birkin, but,
I have
you
Jordans
know.
on my feet, but they're not important. And if I can't buy 3 or 10 of them, I would never buy them.
If you had the money, would you buy a
And if I
Lambo?
can't buy 3 or 10 of them for my children,
Jew.
I would not buy them.
Joe, if you had the money, would you buy a Lambo?
No.
See, there you go.
Wow.
There
He
you
will
go.
buy. He will buy another house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most likely, like he will buy something
For my
that's
children.
meaningful. Like
Okay.
as much. I
Have
think
you always had that mentality?
Always.
Yeah,
I
he's
was born
always
with
been
it.
like
Yeah.
that.
I
man.
grew up without parents, so I know every dollar I
got you.
earn,
So
I
it
deserve
comes
it,
from
and it's my
roots
shit.
to it. I got you.
Exactly.
all I'm gonna say is the nigga name is Jew, and that's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Like,
J-E double
W.
W.
Yes.
W. I mean, Jew. I mean,
I think
Slow it down. They just dissed you.
I do agree with Jew. I think, sometimes even when we look at the stats, right? Black Americans spend the most on
most, yeah.
luxury items, fast food, across all different ethnic groups. Beauty supplies, cars. We buy twice the
Yes.
Mercedes
Don't own shit.
as everybody else.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
what? We got nothing to show for
Yeah.
it. Like, and that means we're living beyond our means. Like what Kanye said, the things we buy to cover up what's inside.
What's
That's
inside, yeah.
something that's been distilled in us. Like we always think like we have to look like money. Yo, what the Versace? There was a Versace sale in Soho, Manhattan. Blocks lined. Shout out to Big Bro.
Lined up.
Lined up.
Ready for it.
10 blocks, and I go down. They got to record it, and I just see our people on those lines. I don't
Just
see
black-
white people.
yeah.
I don't see Hispanic people. I
Yeah.
don't see nobody else. It's just our people and they're bum rushing.
Fighting
shit.
too.
Yeah.
Fighting and shit. Like you get what I'm saying? So it just
that's
it makes me like, damn. Like I wish collectively we didn't have that mindset, and I wish we were more frugal with our money and invested it into places that we need. Birkin is not a black owned brand. If it was a black owned brand, maybe I would be like, all right, you know what I mean? I still want to know, but at least it's black owned. It might be going back into our community.
Yeah.
That Birkin is not black owned. Fashion Nova, even though black women have helped make Fashion Nova, probably arguably the most Googled brand in the world, is not black owned. You get what I'm saying? It's some Indian nigga on this shit, but black women have made it so popular. It's not even black owned. So we spend all this money on things that
Unnecessary things.
on non-black owned products that don't give a fuck about it. It's not going into the black community. It's not doing nothing for the black community, but we're wearing it. We're repping it. Every major brand, luxury brand, black people have made it popular. Like, you know
Where
what
you
I'm saying?
think that mentality comes from, where they feel like they gotta spend top dollar on
I
the labels? And
I honestly
Back in the
think
days.
that black people are meant to be kings and queens. Honestly, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, so it's in our soul. Kanye
of
said,
us?
Kanye said
All of
this.
us?
Yeah, all of us, bro.
But it's not about
Who
what
the
we're
fuck all
wearing.
what?
Hold on. Kanye said, what was it Kanye? I forgot. Somebody said,
Somebody said
yo, that's why we addicted to gold, because we kings and queens at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I think in our soul, you know what I mean, that's why we gravitate to shit like that. And honestly,
I also think that's the problem.
That ain't a good.
Yeah,
That ain't
that's
a good.
why
isn't our mindset
That's
gold?
conditioning, bro.
Huh?
Like,
Why isn't our mindsets go? Why are we looking at material things as like when you have cars and jewelry and stuff, like you made it? But why isn't it like
because America has told us that that's the equivalent of gold. You know what I'm saying?
The thing
who
is,
told
you
us
got
that?
America.
I don't know where it comes from.
The truth is that black people never felt valued.
Because
So
of
now-
slavery?
Yes, like we really want to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So now that they can try to, have money to buy
saying.
these things, to show these things, to look like they can fit into, like, a dynamic that's like, bro, like we don't
Right.
need to be worrying about
And
that.
that's
You know
another
what
thing.
I'm saying?
And that's my next point. We want to look like we got money even if we don't got money. You know what I mean? So
That's the truth.
So, and especially to people outside our community, like this is what people outside of our community is obtaining. So, in order to look like,
I think it's the
That-
exact opposite, bro.
what do you mean?
Because these people are not spending their top dollar on the shit that you speak of. We're competing amongst each other. We don't want to look like the littlest nigga in our neighborhood.
I don't agree with that because the reason that we see these things is because these people have these things, bro.
Everybody cannot be a king and a queen. Amongst your group, amongst your house, you can be, but like I'm saying, we're competing each other if everybody's a king and queen. A king and queen is a high power to hold.
Yeah.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? There's one leader, there's one queen, there's one king. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
if we're all competing amongst each other, that's a circle that we're not gonna fucking get no healing or
Right.
building from.
Right.
that's like how everybody want to be a boss. Like, where the work is at?
Yeah.
Like, making the money.
Exactly.
Like, that don't make no sense.
But in this generation, nobody know about being a worker.
No.
Everybody has been
Floor on
taught
its
to
own.
Yeah, they
aim for
want
the
instant
stars. Know what I mean?
gratification.
Even though I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, this generation kind of they doing it.
This generation is no people trying to be scientists. Everybody trying to be Instagram this and Twitch this and
First of all, they're not doing. It's easier access to money than we had. We wasn't chasing money at
Opening that.
15,
First of all, we gotta stop this.
We wasn't selling our ass.
LLC is not they starting a business. Anybody could open an LLC.
Right, correct.
Anybody could go to Alibaba and buy lashes and be like, yo, I got my own
facts.
business. A lot of these LLCs are
Facts.
failing in their first year.
Yeah.
It just sounds good because you went online and purchased an
Yeah.
LLC. Now I'm an entrepreneur. Like your
Right.
business is not making no money.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
it
not-
everybody's not meant
sounds
to
good.
do
Like,
that.
you know
You're
what I
not
mean? So-
putting in the
Everybody's
work to
not meant
progress.
to do that, right?
Wait,
Everybody's
so
not
is
meant to do
fact?
that.
Like
Well-
that businesses right now really are like failing because I didn't know.
There's
that.
a lot. There's people filing for
LLC.
LLC, so it looks like there's a lot more businesses. But in the first year, they say a lot of those business, like 90% of
They
those
fail,
businesses
yeah.
fail.
Yeah.
Like, they go under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is- no, this is statistics.
Yeah, like I feel like right now, like the time has changed a little bit, just from what I've been seeing. Like I don't know.
But
social
you're seeing
media-
stuff that social media.
Like-
Everybody looks like they got something.
Yeah.
And that GoFundMe is done. That GoFundMe and what's the
PPP
PPP is
Yeah.
gone.
Right.
That shit gone.
For you
And
and
They need to run it back.
and are you following up on these businesses? You might see them
Yeah.
up this today. You go back a few months down the line, they out of business,
I
huh?
see people working though. I see the generation working
Yeah.
more than I've ever seen them working.
I see them
I
spending.
can honestly say that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you gotta spend money to make money.
It-
Like,
It's a difference.
but people are really more into businesses now than actually working for somebody like they
Right.
was before.
But
like,
every-
that's what I can.
But
say.
Everybody can't be a boss, man.
And that's
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
I understand that, because for a long time there was different businesses that I wanted to do,
Yeah.
and I could never bring it out. Like I could never make it come
Come
to
to
fruition.
fruition.
Yeah.
So literally, I'm like, I thought about it, and I'm like, I don't need to be an entrepreneur. I don't need to be. I'm going to nursing
And there's
school.
nothing. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
That's
with
what I
that.
want to do.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I'm
wrong
in the
with
medical field. That's
Yeah.
my thing. I love
Yeah.
taking care of people. I love being around people. Like, I'm one of those type of people. I like to be able to clock in, know where my money's coming from. I like to know that, okay, I put in all these hours, my check finna be good. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
I was a real estate agent. I didn't make no money. Like, I can't live like that. And I cannot live on being stagnant. Like
Yeah.
that's just not my personality.
Yeah,
I'm a Capricorn.
Entrepreneurship
I
is
need
not for everybody.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
I
that's
think
why
in our
I-
society
right.
we down people that want to
That
just
work
that want to
9 to
work.
5. Yeah,
Oh, you're not
yeah.
trying to be an entrepreneur. You're not trying to be a boss. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you
Work
Work
lazy.
for the
Like,
white
oh,
man
that's-
for the rest
yeah,
of
that's
your life.
Right.
We down the average person, and it's
Right.
like we need average people
We do.
in order for
Exactly.
the
Especially in the medical field.
Yeah,
Right.
like
I don't think those are average people, by the way,
Yeah.
but we need average people in order for the economy to know what I mean, go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think by downing the average people, we're actually hurting ourselves. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
When you say average people, like, what do
Yeah.
you mean?
Average people is like
People that don't.
but average people is the norm. Like average is the norm, basically. You know what I mean?
People that's going out and working, like, you know what I mean?
Most people are average. You know what I mean? Like that's it.
Oh, there's a greater percentage of average people than it is.
Than
work.
it is.
Then it is it.
Yeah.
That's okay if you're okay with it.
Exceptional, you gotta be the top
gotta
of
be
the
in
top
it.
to be exceptional.
There's a lot of pressure.
And
up
everybody
there.
exactly. Everybody want to be there, but it's a lot that comes with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, man, we do got to get up out of here. I did enjoy this conversation.
I definitely did too, yeah.
Good one.
Again, let them know where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on IG and Snap. It's East Tay Smith.
Y'all can follow me on IG at Sierra Lewis Lux.
Lyrically Bella, follow
You're
me.
like leaning.
It's over me.
And we got the boy Jew back in the building.
appreciate
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
Appreciate y'all, for sure.
Listen, man, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if y'all didn't already subscribe. I don't know why y'all didn't subscribe. Y'all playing all right. Join the
I'm definitely
membership.
playing.
You know what I mean? We need y'all to join the membership. We got a lot of exclusive content. We might have some behind the scenes. We was talking spicy a little
We
bit.
was talking spicy.
Motherfuckers
man.
about to fight. I don't know.
Somebody,
No, over there.
Over there,
somebody say this, say, I
We
mean.
got it's getting spicy over there. It's
Nigga.
spicy right here. Like, I'm minding my business. But listen to the podcast audio every Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. Man, we appreciate y'all.
They're ready. And cop the merch. No logical feelings. You heard? Yes, sir.